Well, hello there, YouTube viewers. Welcome back to Never Lost Outdoors. If this is your first time viewing, then just welcome, period. At Never Lost Outdoors, we do some camping and some cooking, some reviews, try out some new recipes. So if any of that sounds good to you, stick around. If I don't know what that was all about. People at Walmart apparently just scream in the parking lot. Anyway, if any of this is something that you're looking for in a YouTube channel, then go back and check out some old videos. I've been doing this now for almost 3 years. Got plenty of videos, plenty of DIYs, and random stuff I've built for camping. Anyway, enough with the introduction. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna run into my local Walmart because I got something to cook this evening that I've never tried before. So there's a good chance I'm gonna mess it up, but I've always wanted to try it. It's super easy. A million people have done it. I don't know why I've never tried. And we have some snow here in north central West Virginia, and it's kind of uncommon-ish for this time of the year. I think today is Veterans Day. It won't be Veterans Day when you see this, but today it is. So happy Veterans Day to all you veterans out there. And yeah, we're gonna go into the woods and we're gonna do some snowy van camping and maybe just have a tasty dinner if I don't wreck it. Stay tuned. All right, as you can see, the fire is going. Little breeze, not nearly as bad as last week. I did think it was funny too. I called it last week for those of you that watched that video. I said we're at the time of the year where we don't know if it's going to be 65 or snowing. I called that one. It's pretty chilly, but it's not crazy cold. I think it's like 32. Like, it's not bad at all. The breeze blowing through, it makes it a little chillier, but I got some thick socks on. I got my lined thick breeches on. Carhartt t-shirt. Yeah, t-shirt and hoodie, not froze by any means. But got a new snack to try. I think everything we're trying today is new. I got new stuff to review and show you and talk about, new everything. So we're gonna start off with Kettle Brand special sauce. I don't know what sauce it is, but these are made with avocado oil, which I'm assuming is a good thing. I don't know that the avocado oil helps with calories or something, There's 140 per serving. 1 ounce is a serving. That's like 4 chips right there. So I'm not gonna say gray, it might be more than 4 chips, but not by much. Because, as most of you know, when you buy a bag of chips, brand new, that's what you get. About half if you're lucky. So 6 servings per container. Yeah, I could polish off 6 servings pretty quickly. Kettle brand, usually pretty solid potato chips. Nice and crunchy. Their flavors are usually pretty spot on. Again, no clue what special sauce they mean. Usually like fast food places or like chicken places have a special sauce. Yep, little vibe of like a chicken place's sauce. Like Dave's Hot Chicken, if you've had that, it's a little bit like that. It has a hint of what like Cane's chicken, Raising Cane's chicken fingers, whatever that place is called. But theirs is a little more peppery than this. But that is good, I like that. Always nice and crispy. Don't know why I had to make that ridiculous face to crunch on a chip, but just to show you, nice and crunchy. I think kettle chips, well, kettle cooked, not brand, kettle cooked potato chips are my favorite potato chip. I usually go for Miss Vicky's, like their jalapeno, their spicy dill pickle. If you like pickles, those are good. But I've always liked kettle brand as well. So I'm gonna sit here and probably eat way too many of these. I do have a new camp soda that I'd like to try before we get started on dinner. So what I gotta do is go put these down, because I'm gonna eat this whole bag, and I'm not even that big of a snack person. All right, camp soda time. I was just about to put these things down, and I completely forgot what I found in Walmart in the clearance aisle.
Clarence.
$3.44. I don't know if that's a good deal, but some kind of spreadable cheese, mango habanero. I don't mind some mango habanero wings, but some are so sweet that it just doesn't work for me. So we're gonna try the chip in that. It's gonna be nice and cold and probably not very spreadable, but we'll do it anyway. Kind of interesting looking. Always looking for something different, because I get so bored with eating the same stuff over and over again. Smells like the inside of an old work boot. I'm gonna say on smell alone, that's a 1.9. These chips on their own, by the way, for a potato chip, to me, easily in the 7s. I would say probably high 7s even. It's like a good 7.8 out of 10. If you like a kettle chip and you like special sauces of sorts, I'd give it a shot. All right, let's see if I can do this without making a huge mess. That's pretty much impossible for me, but I'll try anyway. That's one thing I like about a kettle chip. They're fairly sturdy. Yep. Immediately sweet. That's odd. Because of the texture of that, it almost reminds me of like frosting on a cake. There's no spice coming in yet. Where's the habanero? I think maybe I see why it was in the clearance. Nope. Not for me. Have you ever seen some of those like Facebook reels where they'll make a cake out of like meat? Like a meatloaf, use mashed potatoes to like, that would be good to like frost a meat cake with. Meat cake sounds gross. Maybe I shouldn't say that anymore. Anyway, it's too sweet. If you're going like sweet and savory like that on like maybe a burger, like spread a little layer of that, might be all right. I'm gonna say is a chip dip, not so much. All right, now camp soda time. All right, some of you that have been following along for the camp videos recently, I've been trying some of these like Oktoberfest camp sodas. It's November now. I think Oktoberfest is an October thing. I've had it for like a month and a half, just haven't got around to trying it. Now, for some of you that are not familiar with Yuengling, Yuengling is out of Pottsville. Yes, Pottsville, PA, which is, could be mistaken. I want to say Eastern Pennsylvania. And I want to say it's the oldest, yeah, America's oldest brewery. 5.5% in this one. Year since 1829. I know some of you in other countries, and I think pretty much everywhere else in the country, you've not had these. I don't think it's like a specifically East Coast situation, but I have heard from a few of you commenting that you've never seen or had this. Oh, and our friend Ryan over at Dish Outdoors, I watched one of his videos and he said he had never tried one and wanted to try one. So Ryan, if you're watching, look down in the description box, or I'll just put it right here, my email address. Email me. Give me your address and I will send you a Yuengling, an original, not the Oktoberfest. Because I'm really curious to see if you're going to like an original Yuengling. I'm a fan. I can't sit and drink like 12 of them. They do have a little bit stronger of a flavor, but definitely good for a few. So let's see if the Oktoberfest is as good as the original or any better than the other Oktoberfest that I've tried. I want to say last week I tried Country Boy Brewing Oktoberfest. I don't know why I would try to remember last week. I don't remember yesterday. But one thing I do remember is that sun is bright. Right into my eyeballs, even through my sunglasses. Got a nice color to it. Not that shabby. Not that amazing. It's not as smooth as the Country Boy Brewing. I will say that for sure. I don't remember what I gave the Country Boy Brewing. It was fairly high. I think it was in the 7s. This is definitely just a notch below that. It's not snowing again. The wind's just kind of blowing it off the trees. That's a 6. Barely a 6. If you like a good Oktoberfest and you're able to find a Yuengling, I'd give one of those a shot. All right, fire's still going. Not nearly hot enough to cook on. So what I'm gonna do is throw a little bit more wood on there. Kind of give it a little more time. I don't even know what time it is. 3-ish, I think. I got here like 2. So I don't want to wait around forever. I do believe that dinner will cook kind of fast because I'm kind of cheating. I've never made this before ever, which is very surprising to me because I love to cook and I've cooked a lot of different things. But this YouTube channel has definitely got me to try new things and try some new recipes and all that. So stick around for that. I think for now what I'm going to do is show you a couple new things that I've recently purchased to make our camping life a little easier. One of many reasons I love camping in the snow. Built-in cup holder slash cooler. Koozie, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to show you one of the upgrades I've made to the van recently that definitely makes life a little easier. Now, a lot of people, I'm sure, use different methods to light the inside of their cabin or their camper or their van or whatever it is you use, right? Well, I ordered these string lights off Amazon, it's been months ago now, for lighting outdoors when I'm camping, just so you can see me at night. And they work, they're just not as bright as I would like them to be. So for some of you that have been watching along since I got the van, I strung them up on the inside. They're still not super bright in there, but it's plenty bright enough to read, do whatever, you know what I mean. It does the job. Well, they're solar powered, which I really like, because I don't want to have to run a power station just to run lights. I don't even have a power station at all. The only thing I have are a few little power banks, which 2 of those are like jump packs for your vehicle to jump start your dead battery, but they work really good. And I have a top off from Milwaukee. I think it's called top off. I don't know, but you snap it onto the top of your drill battery, like tool battery, and it's got USB. It's got like the 120, 110 style plug. Those look like this. I have like 8, I think, Milwaukee batteries, so it made sense to buy the top off. The thing was like $100. I don't know, that may be nothing, I may be just a little dramatic, but to me $100 for that thing's a lot. Now it is handy, don't get me wrong. It would probably run lights in there all night on a bigger battery, because I have like some 6.0s and I got like an 8.0, I think. It would probably do the job, but those string lights being solar is just so much easier. Well, the solar panel charger deal wasn't really meant to be stuck to the side of a van, so I'd have to sit it out, let it charge in the sun all day, and it would last all night. But half the time I forget it. I'll sit in the sun all day and leave it in the back of the van. So I come up with a little solution. So far, it's working. Today's the first day I've really tried it, but it's working. So that's the panel that charges the lights. And on the back here, you got your like mode and you got your on-off switch. And down here is how it was kind of like mounted before, but it just had like the up and down thing there. Well, this is a action camera mount for like a GoPro. I have the exact same one for my camera. This base and mount was like 11 bucks on Amazon. All I had to do was throw some washers in there, nut and bolt, nice and sturdy and nice and tight. Stick it anywhere you want around the van. I just put it right on top, faces the sun. I actually drove all the way here with it up there. It didn't budge 1 inch. So now, if I forget it anywhere, hopefully it's on the van and it just keeps charging. Because it's nice and sunny right now, but as all of you know, in the wintertime it's always a little darker. So we need all the help we can get with that solar panel. Here in a little bit, when it gets dark, I'll hop inside and show you how bright they are for those of you that have not seen those lights. But they were like 29 bucks on Amazon, I don't know. So I got like, you know, 39 bucks in the whole setup, I don't know, whatever it is. But it's light from the sun. I don't have to recharge batteries, I don't have to plug in power banks, I don't have to buy batteries, nothing like that. So that should be very helpful in this van setup. Now, another plus to that magnetic mount, it actually came with the pivot ball, because those mounts for your camera is designed to like stick on your car and you can swing your camera up. So now I have a spare pivot ball thing for my other magnetic mount, and it came with like a phone, I don't know, spring-loaded phone holder deal. And I do make some videos with my phone, so that's handy. So I got the base and some extra parts. All right, enough rambling about that. Next up, we got something else that's going to be very nice if it works out. All right, so this is what we're dealing with. I've not even opened it yet. Found this on Amazon, and it had pretty good reviews. Flame King propane tank cover for 20-pound cylinders. Now, a majority of people on there were using this just to make their tank look better. I'm not that guy. I don't know why you would care, but a lot of the reviews like, it made the tank look so much better on my Blackstone. Now I'm not looking at that ugly white tank. Everybody knows what's under it. Anyway, what I bought it for was for insulation. Because last year, every year, my tank freezes. I keep this in a milk crate just because it's more stable. It doesn't roll around in there as much. So with this on there, it's probably not going to fit in there. That kind of ruins that. But it's just like it doesn't look actually much like any kind of insulation to me. I don't know. Apparently you just slip this down over your tank, cinch it tight. It's supposed to be insulation. It's got like a little layer of something in there, but I don't know. We're going to try it. And if it doesn't work, I'm sending it back because that's what it's supposed to do. Protect it from the elements, yes, but it's also supposed to insulate that tank. Tonight, it's supposed to get down to, I don't remember, but it will be cold enough for that thing to get too cold to work. Any of you that have been watching for over a year now, last year in my Suburban I camped, it was the coldest night of last year. I think it got down into single digits, like 6 or 8 degrees or something like that. I had a bottle of water in there with me in the Suburban. The bottle of water froze solid top to bottom. Yeah, my water froze solid. It was sitting right beside me. That propane tank stood no chance. So I'm trying to avoid that this year because in the wintertime, with snow on the ground and temperatures in the possible single digits or teens, heat is kind of nice. So I don't know, we're going to slip it on tonight and I'll let you guys know how it does. I think it was, I'm going to tell you wrong. I'll have to go back and look, like 20 bucks for this thing. So if this thing works and you have the same problem I do, I'd probably order yourself one. About time to start on dinner. So we got to cook up some chicken first. Now I know canned chicken is not going to be everybody's choice. And I know that some of you may not like this part. But depending on what you're making, canned chicken is not that bad. And I think in chicken noodle soup it might be fine, I hope. But if you know anything about this channel, you know we're all about budget, first of all. Second of all, you know we're all about ease. So this should be about the easiest way that I could think to make chicken noodle soup at camp. I also have a sandwich in store. Something easy enough. I've had versions of it. We're gonna put a little never lost twist on it though. But anyway, for now, we're gonna get this chicken going. We shouldn't need all that chicken juice. Never tried the stuff. Anybody drink that? That's quite gross. It's gross, but I gotta try it. Not as bad as I thought. I'll have to save that chicken juice for later. I'm gonna season it up with this Weber garlic parmesan. So that's pretty good. It's the wrong color now. Probably expired 10 years ago. No idea how long I've had it. We're gonna put it in anyway. I think we're just gonna go with that whole little bit. All right, we got some nice color on there. So now what we gotta do, get that out of there, start on step number 2. Gonna burn me. Next up, we're gonna go in with a whole 32 ounce. I go reduced sodium because I just don't do salt. Chicken broth. Got a little bit of those scrapings and whatnot in there. That'll give us some flavor. Be impatient for that. May have to go in with a little water later. I'm not entirely sure. 32 ounces is a fair amount. I want to make a few good bowls worth though. We may have to add water. Anyway, step 3. For nudes, we're going wide egg noodle. I don't like the little skinny ones. This is like a pound. Yeah, it's a whole pound. We only need like half that probably. All right, we're getting pretty steamy, near a boil. And we'll go something like that maybe. Yeah, gonna need just a little more water. Maybe that'll do. All right, we're gonna try some new things while the soup cooks. Sargento, Frank's Red Hot, shredded cheddar, Colby Jack, and natural American cheeses with cayenne pepper seasoning. Never seen such a thing. Turn up the spikes. Spicy buffalo chicken nachos. It would be good on something like that. I don't know that it's gonna be great on the sandwich that we're making. I'm gonna try it anyway. Might as well try it on its own first. You guys are down just a touch. A little better maybe. I don't love Frank's Red Hot, but it's all right. I don't use it often, but it is good in buffalo chicken dough. It just smells like funky cheese. Not be able to see that probably. Got some red dusting on there. I don't know about it. It doesn't really taste like Frank's Red Hot to me. I don't love cheddar, first of all. I'm getting a lot of cheddar flavor more than Frank's Red Hot. I'm gonna say on its own, not great. It's all right. If I want a good spicy cheese, pepper jack is fine. This has a little more kick to it than pepper jack, but the flavor is not as good as pepper jack. I don't know, we'll put it on there anyways. I also have a new hot sauce to try. All right, noodles are cooking. We're getting close to dinner time. Got a new hot sauce to try. I believe this came from Massachusetts. I think Zach gave me this. Could be wrong. If you did, thank you. Woodstock, eat because it's good. Ghost pepper hot sauce, no sugar added. Do we have a heat scale? Oh, okay. Elevate your condiment game. We're up to very hot, which ghost pepper typically has a pretty good kick. It's not the hottest pepper out there by any means, but typically it has an all right flavor. So hopefully we get that out of it at the very least. Smells really good. Oh yeah, Providence, Rhode Island. If you can see that. While we were in Massachusetts, we were very close to Providence. Very strong. A lot stronger of a flavor than I expected. Immediate kick, but not like a kick in the head. Pretty strong tingle on the tongue. Not like the average ghost pepper flavor that I'm used to. It's not bad. If you go with this, I'd go a little light just to taste it. Not because of the heat so much, but it's a very like strong flavor. A little bit of that would go a long way. I don't think I love the flavor actually. I'm gonna say flavor wise, it's around a 5, about middle of the road. Definitely better ghost pepper flavors out there, but that's on its own. I think that in a pot of chili would be way better. Heat, it's like a 6. It's like a strong tingle, but it's not overbearing. Sticks around for a second. I don't know. I think we're gonna try it on the sandwich. I don't think chicken noodle soup with ghost pepper would be great. I don't know. We're gonna try it anyway. Noodles are about halfway done. Go back in with the chicken. This is the biggest cheat of this recipe because I know that chicken noodle soup has onion, carrot, celery. Ready to go. Cook nice and fast. Don't have to chop it. I don't remember what it cost. $3 or $4. I don't know. You could have definitely bought a lot of vegetables for that, I know. But it's camp. Gotta be easy. Diced mirepoix. I think is how you pronounce that. I don't know.
I'm not a smart man.
But I know that's not Mirapoix. All right, throw this in there. Oh, that's a lot. Oh well, it'll work. Soup is not far from being done, so we're going to whip us up a little sandwich to go with it. Start with this Italian bread from Walmart. Monterey Jack cheese. A little layer of that to melt. Another piece of bread. More cancer spray. Frank's Red Hot cheese. Go down with a little layer of this on this piece of bread. Going with a few pieces of our great value hickory smoked fully cooked bacon. Bacon you actually cook yourself is better, but this stuff is not terrible. So we're just going to kind of split up a few pieces. Stick it right on there. Now, a little cracked black pepper turkey. This stuff makes a good sandwich. Got a nice big old chunk of that. I'll cover that, let that heat through for just a few. Good to go. I gotta say, that is not the worst chicken noodle soup I've ever seen. It smells really good. All right, the only thing I season that with is that garlic parmesan. I don't remember the brand. That's all that's in there. No salt, no pepper, no nothing. So I'm really curious to see how it turns out flavor-wise. Somehow, those noodles are cooked almost perfect. I gotta say, it could use some salt because it has pretty much nothing in it as far as salt. There couldn't be but a dash in that garlic parmesan. But you can taste it in there, and it has a good flavor. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. That tastes just as good as any chicken noodle soup out of a can I've ever had. Is it the best I've ever had in my life? No. Was it super quick and super easy? Yes, that took 40 minutes maybe. I would like to have let it go like really low and slow, but we're running out of light because it's winter time now and it gets dark at noon. But that has to be the easiest soup to throw together as a homemade kind of soup. It's perfect for me because those vegetables have just a little bit of bite to them. I don't like mine really mushy. Not too dark, just about right. Cheese melted. I like turkey and bacon together, so I know this is going to be all right. Oh yeah. That Frank's Red Hot cheese is much better on there than on its own. It gives it like a nice little kick. I've not dunked a sandwich in soup since I was a kid. So that's what we're going to do. Because typically, I would put some mayo or something on this sandwich, but I knew it'd get nice and soggy in here. This combo is the ticket on a nice cold day. Almost forgot about the hot sauce. BRB. Oh, you've been recording this whole time. All right, ghost pepper, Woodstock hot sauce. We're gonna see if it's any good on the sandwich first, which I'm thinking it'll probably be just fine. Even on the sandwich, that's still a really strong flavor. A little bit of that stuff goes a long way. All right, now I'm gonna try it on the soup. Just a little. We don't want to overdo it. That's too much. I just said not too much. It's just such a strong flavor. It's hard to do a dash of it. I think it's more one of those hot sauces to where you make you a big old pot of chili, give it a little string, let it cook into it. Probably be much better. All right, I'm gonna go finish off my soup and sandwich, which is perfect today. I know I already said that once, but I'm really glad I went with that choice. And I'm glad I got to take you guys along for the first time ever making homemade chicken noodle soup. The very easy way. That was what, 4 different ingredients, 5? If you make it like that, throw a little salt in there at the end, or something with some salt in it, maybe like regular chicken broth with the salt, like sodium in it. But I'd rather add it at the end because you can always add it and you can't take it out, kind of thing. But that's probably how I'm gonna make chicken soup every single time now. All right, we got our Flame King coat on our tank basically. So now all we gotta do, hook up our heat to the heater like so. Give it a couple turns. We need pilot. All right. Got a little low. Should take right off. And we got heat. All right, let's let this preheat just a little bit. By the time we go to bed, it should be nice and warm in here. Well, as you can see, some of the snow is gone. It's not very cold. That breeze is making it a little chilly, but it is definitely warmer than yesterday. I knew the snow wasn't going to last, but it was nice while it was here because I do love me some camping in the snow. But it's only November. We got plenty of winter left. It's not even winter yet. I mean, it's what, the 12th today? Yeah, I mean, typically do not have snow this early in the year or season or whatever you want to call it. A couple days ago when this started, it was actually my birthday, the 10th, and I don't even remember a time having snow on my birthday yet. I don't know. Anyway, next week is supposed to be in the 50s, so next week's camping adventures will definitely be warmer, way less snowy, but hopefully no rain. I do still have concerns about the van being 2-wheel drive and such for this winter, but I mean, it did fine coming in here yesterday, but we didn't really go up and down any steep hills. It was only a couple inches of snow, so I didn't expect anything too dramatic, but I am considering putting maybe like a set of snow tires or maybe like a really aggressive mud tire on the back. I'm not sure. If I ever get a hitch on the back, that will be helpful because I have a winch on a tray that you can take in and out of a hitch. On my car trailers, I have a receiver tube welded right to the deck, and I can take it off one trailer and onto the next to pull cars and stuff up on there. So if I do that, I could at least pull it out from the back, and then I would really like to do a front hitch on the van. That way I could just put it in the front, leave it there, the back's open to pull a trailer, haul a tray for some firewood or whatever. But that's hasn't happened yet, because I thought finding a hitch for the back of that van would be much easier than it is. I'm too cheap to buy a new one because it's a hitch. It's made of steel. A used one's fine. And I looked for like the week before we left for Massachusetts, didn't find one here. I looked in every single stop that we were in while traveling New England, and it would either be too far from where I was, or it would be like $200. I'm not paying $200 for a used hitch for that. Do I need and want one? Yes, not that bad. I found one on Amazon for like 130 bucks or something. Like, if nothing else, I'll do that. I found a local guy that has like a performance shop, speed shop kind of deal. I don't know if he'd bought one for a customer or what, but he bought one, doesn't need it anymore. He told me 150, and it's brand new in the plastic. Again, I can get one brand new on Amazon for cheaper and have it sent right to my house. So I don't know, haven't really decided on that situation yet. That would definitely make the van a little more capable in the snow, but I can't complain so far. And as you saw, I don't even know what to call that, tank bib, tank jacket, tank coat thing, it definitely helped for last night. I know it wasn't that cold. We will definitely have much colder nights this coming winter, but it didn't turn off, so it had to have helped at least a little bit. But we will definitely continue to test that thing out. I'll keep you guys updated on if it works or not. I know that most people probably don't carry around that big of a tank for heat in a van or something like that. Most people use little green bottles or something like that, but I just don't want to swap out a little green bottle constantly, because with that buddy heater on low with one full bottle, it doesn't even last like all night. Like if you go to bed at 10 and wake up at 9, or midnight to 8, or whatever, you know what I mean, a good 8 hours, it runs out. So I'm not messing with that. I have a few of those 20-pound tanks laying around. I got on Amazon, ordered that adapter hose to go to the heater. It was like 15 bucks. That thing's paid for itself already. All right, I'm ready for a coffee. I had one somewhere. Got the blueberry muffin from Sheetz. Some of you may remember me trying this. I think it was last year. It's been a while. I've not seen them again since then, and now they just randomly appeared again. I think I didn't hate the blueberry muffin. I don't even eat blueberry muffins, like I haven't in decades, but it tastes like one. It did. Seemed like there for a minute. There was a new coffee like once every week or two, it seemed like. And now it's kind of leveled off, and it's all the same old Dunkin' and Monster and whatever, so nothing new. Let's see if we still like it. Not terrible. It seems a little stronger than I remember. Not quite so heavy on the blueberry, which I'm a fan of. When I have like a flavored coffee, I want like a hint of the flavor. I don't want it to feel like it's dumping over your head with blueberries or caramel or pumpkin or whatever. %1 of sales are donated to help kids, so that's a plus. 230 calories in one whole can. Not a diet drink, that's for sure, but it's not bad. I would have it again. I think the Dunkin' original in like the clear plastic bottle, I think that's still my favorite. I don't know. We got something crashing through the woods. Last week when we were here, I got like 3 or 4 different deer that just came right through, and I did not get to get them on camera, so I was hoping to get one today, but no such luck. Anyway, that's a good solid 6.5. Not too shabby. All right, I got a pretty minimal mess to clean up. I have some things to do today, so I didn't really want to sit around and dig out propane and all that for breakfast, but I do have something for breakfast in mind. I'm gonna clean up my little mess here. We're gonna get on the road and we're gonna give it a shot. I guess Hardee's has a new They're calling it like a grilled cheese breakfast sandwich. I think it's just like the Frisco buns. I don't know. Let's find out. The sausage is typically pretty good here, even though that looks like plastic or something. But they always do a real egg, which I do like, instead of like those like liquefied fake egg looking things some places have. Not for me. That sourdough is way too much. The biscuits are the way to go here. That sourdough is so much like bread and heaviness to it that it just tastes like a little bit of egg, a little bit of cheese, and like I barely get any flavor out of that sausage, which is kind of weird because their sausage is usually pretty decent here. So I would definitely not have that again, especially for the price. I think that, I don't know where the receipt went, but it was like $3 or $4. So my suggestion would be stick with the biscuits.
Taste the biscuit.
What I'm gonna do is finish chewing on that. Waste of money, basically. And then start headed home. But thank you guys for tagging along this time for the first snowfall of the year. Next week, it will be warmer. Probably no snow camping, but hopefully we'll find something good to get into. Cook us up something tasty to eat. I know I typically don't do like a soup one week and a soup the next, or sandwiches or Mexican food like, you know, every single week, but for some reason I just really want to try that chicken noodle soup and have a sandwich, and it definitely hit the spot. So let me know in the comments what you guys would do different. I couldn't see doing a whole lot different. A little more seasonings, but it's me. I definitely forgot something or missed a step, so let me know what I did wrong, if I did, or what you guys think about it. I like reading your comments and your feedback and such. Even though recently I have a viewer that apparently doesn't like my content anymore. I can't remember his name now, but he used to be a really nice guy, but he definitely does not hesitate to tell me that I'm doing something wrong or something he doesn't like, but that's fine. Does not hurt my feelings, I'll take it. But other than that, give me a like, subscribe, head over to TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. I have not uploaded to Patreon for a minute, but I do have plans for a video that I'm going to try to do this week, I think. I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.